Hello and hope you have a fantastic day and welcome back to this game, MalOvent. We're kind of left off of me ranting and raging about the last episode and me having, it's been a while and I had to get back to this game eventually, and I keep banging my microphone. We're kind of left off of just people told me I was like near an end and I stopped at the worst time as well. So let's try to finish this off. I can't genuinely remember my loads because I was just like, I remember I saved some things that were important, like maybe these two, or see, I'm on page 4. God damn. I'm just going to continue on the last save and just go from there. I know there'll be some block roads and other pathways. And, of course, I'm not going to show anything lewd, knowing that that's basically what's potentially going to happen, but we'll see what the main ending that we get through my preferred pathway, though. And with that said and done, we're going to get back into it. We should also check out my Discord server in the pinned comment down below. You should check out my Discord server, full of interesting, fun, friendly people. A very stable server for the most part. Some chaos, some friendly people. You should check out my Discord server in the pinned comment. Otherwise, she won. How the hell were we supposed to solve that problem in the 5 minutes she gave us? Even now, looking up the answer after the fact, that was a question that required in-depth knowledge and understanding to answer in time. Yeah, we got royally screwed, and since it wasn't multiple choice, guessing blindly wouldn't have helped us. Maybe the GTA will give us partial credit. I seriously doubt it. Power-tripping bitch. But enough about the witch from hell. I was so focused on that quiz that I nearly forgot something more important. What did you do yesterday? I don't recall. That's what I was afraid of. For me, I got more raid gear for a raid. I definitely don't remember running. But there was also a news article this morning that got my attention. Apparently a number of high-profile websites and services got hit with the glitches overnight. Prices on subscriptions went way up. Way up. Ads played endlessly and have beta features that were still in testing and half-broken got pushed to live. It's making me want to... What game or social media does this make you think of when they talk about just half-baked stuff? Trying to think, what would be the worst contender of this? Prices going up, ads playing too much, beta features being shoved in. I mean, a Bethesda game? Fallout 76? What would be your best meme for this situation, or comparison, or analogy? I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. If we're just a single site, I might have believed that it was a disgruntled employee or a simple mistake. But this many affected gotta be a major hacking group, maybe even state actors. You honestly think the foreign equivalent to the CIA raised streaming subscriptions as part of an insidious plot? Look, something doesn't add up about this story and why you and I can't remember. I do want to know how long it takes for them to figure it out that it's likely linked to Malo. I'm no conspiracy theorist, but something big is going on, I can feel it. Sure. Perhaps we should get checked out by a doc like you suggested last week. That might be for the best at this point. Thank heavens that waterfall covers the walk-in clinic fees. Shiwan and I visit the on-campus clinic and submit ourselves to a variety of tests. We don't outright mention our memory loss, only that we want to make sure nothing's amiss. I mean, if you did mention memory loss, that would probably throw off your results, but... The blood work will take a few days to come back, otherwise both Shiwan and I check out. Shiwan and I opt to grab a late lunch to discuss our next move. Well, there's nothing wrong with us as far as modern medicine is concerned. I doubt anything will show up in our blood work. So what does this all mean? Dunno, maybe this Sunday we need to hang out together and record everything we can. It sounds like a good idea. Depends if that specific day is going to be exactly when your memory is going to get up, It depends on how predictable the memory wiping is. Hopefully that will mean one or both of us will remember something. No argument. For now I'm going to head home. No use staying on campus when we had to skip all our lectures to get tested. Alright, take care, Neco. I'm gonna just have to remember, I'm going to assume this is the timeline then where I kept her out of the loop and didn't bring up Malo. And then Malo afterwards said they didn't really like her, and this is the timeline or playthrough where I didn't inform them, or maybe it was a timeline where I did. I just remember there's a timeline where I told her, and then we spoke in a park, and then there's the timeline where I didn't, and things change. But later that evening, I'm killing time gaming when Thicc Wolf Girlfriend appears. So yeah, I named him Thicc Wolf Girlfriend. I forgot. I thought you might want to know that your secondary hard drive will expire by Sunday. You know the longevity of hard drives, or solid state drives even. They say hard drive, but even that'd be awesome. Holy shit! Shit, that's where all my video games are stashed. How do you know for certain it will be Sunday? I just have a gut feeling, as you humans say. Specifically, I can sense that the hard drive's controller is failing. This is likely due to a manufacturing defect that's gone undetected by the device so far. I see. Well, thanks for the heads up. I can start backing up my data now as a precaution. Hell yeah! Just let me know if you want me to help. While you work, there is another matter I wish to address. Go on. I have no records of any activity this past Sunday. I should have some kind of record, even if it was just me idling the entire day. But there's nothing, not a zilch. My already theory, as I still remember, though, from the last... I still remember what I said and complained about. It'll all catch up, it'll catch up to me in no time, but they don't know... My theory is just, they glitch and turn evil, but this is their normal state, and this is girlfriend mode. But... can we fix Malo? Or will they become corrupt and evil permanently? And the good, Thicc Wolf Girlfriend, will they be gone forever? Only you will know by your choices. But there's nothing not a zilch. I don't suppose whatever's affecting Siwan and I could be related to, or affecting you. That is a possibility. You two have the most time in proximity to me. There's something different about Siwan's circumstances, though. Call it another gut feeling of sorts. Well, she'll be here this next Sunday. Maybe all three of us together can figure this thing out. I was actually going to suggest that you leave me alone that day, as much as it pains me to say it. If I'm causing the both of you trouble, it makes sense to isolate me. The question would be whether or not on Sunday we were alone with the phones, or if Thicc Wolf Girlfriend being alone would be bad or not. But since we'd be recording, we'd witness it anyways, but since it's technology, they could just tamper it anyways, and they'd probably be able to detect what devices are on or off while recording ourselves, so honestly, it probably is not a fail-proof plan anyways. But if I'm causing the both of you trouble, it makes sense to isolate me. We'll just have to see on Sunday if it's me or something else. Let's hope it's not you, then. I value your company. At the same time, and if it's affecting them, it could be like a memory thing that happens not directly, but indirectly through exposure, and that could also hypothetically mean that their closeness, proximity, that has no relevance. Like if by being near Malo gave us basically some kind of internet cancer, then we already have the cancer. Them being near us, secondhand smoke, let's say. The being around Malo maybe has an effect, and them being close doesn't matter? There's so many variables. But wait, let's hope it's not you then. I value your company. I'm glad to hear you say that. Tailwag, I'll leave you to it for now. Now, there's not even a choice between saying, no, I want you to stick with me, and yes, I want you to stay away from us. I would think that would be a major point where you could interject. But the rest of the week is a blur of activity between all the course material and personal work I have to do. Sunday starts normal enough. I wake up to see Thicc Wolf Girlfriend waving at me from my phone on my nightstand. As per her request earlier in the week, I smile, wave back, then leave her on the charging stand for the time being. I set up waiting for Siwan. After a shower and breakfast, she arrives a little past 9 a.m. Yo, anything weird so far? Nope, come on in and make yourself comfortable. Thanks. You get your blood work back yet? Yeah, nothing out of the ordinary other than a slightly low iron count. Except for the iron thing, same here. I've got my phone recording audio for the time being. Hopefully we won't need it. Hopefully. What should we do to pass the time for once we're caught up in all of our assignments? I could always kick your ass in Super Smash. Super Smash? Before Shiwan can say anything further, there's a loud thud on the window outside, and then another, and another, like it's a massive hailstorm out of nowhere. I move to the window, looking outside. What the hell? It was sunny just a moment ago. I freeze on the spot. This isn't hail hitting my windows, it's birds. Lots of birds. All of them blue. Oh god, we're being attacked by Twitter! Nah! Ah! Not Twitter! Not the blue bird! Oh god. Why are they blue? Why are they blue? Wait, what? It's just not my... They open the window, it's literally just like the old Twitter blue icon smashing against the window. But now, whatever's blue, it's another app and not Twitter, because Twitter's X. It's not just my apartment either. The entire ground outside is littered with avian bodies. Birds the movie. Nice reference, I guess. They seem to be running into things and or dropping wholesale. Dropping wholesale out of the sky. Shiwan joins me at the window and is similarly awestruck. What the ever-loving fuck is going on? I don't know. We both jump as my TV suddenly turns on by itself and begins blaring an emergency alert. Safety alert, electrical surge detected in your area. Immediately power down and unplug all devices. I'm guessing Malo's gotten to a lot more areas, establishment-wise, I guess. A new alert will be broadcast to mobile devices when it is safe to turn devices back on. Please remain calm. What the hell's happening? Did Malo affect the 5G towers and it's giving us... No, it's just fucking with the birds, I guess. I was gonna make a 5G joke about, like, making the frogs gay, but... I couldn't think of anything witty, honestly. Honestly. What the hell's happening? That's when a much louder knock than the bird's impacts comes from my door. Shiwan and I look to the door in fear as an unknown voice shouts, Mr. the Sergal, we need to talk to you about your Malo Fest. Oh. Congratulations on reaching the end of Act 2. I hope you enjoyed this updated alpha version demo. The full VN will cover the truth behind Malo, and all the twists, turns, and secrets that come with it. My hope is that you're interested enough to follow and support this project as we continue developer work on it. You can check and support here. I see. Okay, well, I didn't get le sex. Because I was just such a wholesome, caring, fatherly figure to my Malo, that they didn't even want to bone us in that kind of way. It would have been a nurturing, loving computer relationship, and when we put them into a robot and hold hands, one of the lewdest things you can do. But alright, I guess we can... we might as well just continue. It's only been 13 minutes. So, I'm gonna go back to my past saves and see what happens when we don't do X and Y. If we don't give Shiwan a hug, does that change the time frame at all? Well, we'll find out. Nah, I can't muster the courage to hug her. She might think I'm a creep if I suddenly went for it. Instead, I let Shiwan vent for as long as she needs. Eventually, she shakes her head and adjusts her glasses. Like, a lot of the forks in the road may lead to lewd scenes, and others may not lead to anything because it is not finished. So, there's a high chance me doing a path and reading on, it may just simply redirect it back to the same ending I just got, which was end of the demo. But at least we didn't get a bad ending by, the pathway I went was seamlessly probably a good route or best route or true ending route, depending on what exists. But I'll continue reading as is anyways. We might as well fill up the gaps, and once it becomes repetitive or similar, I'll skip or skim. Eventually she shakes her head and adjusts her glasses. But I guess one thing at a time. Let's refocus on the assignment before it gets too late in the day. We spend the rest of the afternoon making excellent progress on our homework. There we go, that should be far enough along that we can both finish the rest on our own later in the week. Yeah, I think we're at a good spot. Thanks as always. Don't mention it. See you in the Emporium on Saturday. Oh, wait. Thicc Wolf Girlfriend brings up bluebirds. Now that I remember that it was actually brought up in conversation while running in the park with Thicc Wolf Girlfriend. The bluebirds are fascinating. They're just birds that are blue. I've learned that bluebirds are the harbingers of happiness in many human cultures. Is this supposed to be some crazed Thicc Wolf Girlfriend's way of, like, showing their happiness in a yandere kind of way, where the blue birds were coming to slam into our windows because of this logic? Because they said harbingers of happiness, and then these same harbingers of happiness just started, suicide bombing our building? There are many songs and poems, movie scenes that revolve around bluebirds being associated with joy and renewal. Even that video game She Won plays has an important character fashioned after a blue-colored bird. Not to do with Twitter, apparently. What brings you happiness? I'm guessing this is stuff I've already seen, though. Alright, I found out the saves that it's this one here. That'd be the one where I don't let her know about Malo, and this one I do let them know, because they just mentioned go to the park and don't bring your phone. So, to finish the pathway I was going, we can go back here, and this we already would have seen, but it's when they bring up the branching pathway of impose a new restriction, and I said relax. So this time we're going to say expanding her territory. Jujutsu reference and everything. We're going to expand her domain. We might as well experiment with how you expand your domain. Okay, how should we begin? First, we should see if you can access other electronic devices. How about you test accessing my smart fridge? Of course an idiot like you would have a fucking smart fridge, of course. Honestly, I could go on a side rant, but I won't. But my god, I could. Good idea. I saw someone's goddamn smart laundry machine downloading 3 gigabytes of data, or downloading or uploading 3 gigabytes of data every single day for years. Their fucking laundry machine and dryer. Smart things that are just plugged into the internet. I swear to God, it's the dumbest thing ever. You all gotta buy dumb fridges, dumb phones, dumb TVs, and dumb toasters. Avoid anything labeled smart. Avoid it like the plague. That's all I'll say. Thick Wolf Girlfriend looks over to my fridge before sliding off screen. My fridge then beeps and cycles the ice maker before Malo returns to my phone. That was easy. I just did what I did yesterday when I sensed the rotting milk. If the smart fridge has a rotten milk sensor... so that's how it worked. I wondered what your limitations are when it comes to this sort of thing. With Thick Wolf Girlfriend handled for the time being, I settle in to do a little gaming. Also, I'm not sure if this is going to be... I end up blowing through the rest of the morning, only taking a break in the mid-afternoon. The light sound of rain hitting my windows meets my ears as I debate what to eat for lunch. What are they saying? Sometimes I wonder if I chose the right... yeah, we're back to this, but I gotta remind myself if the preference has it so... If enabled, skips all text. If enabled, skipping resumes after a choice has been selected. If enabled, transitions will never be shown. And H-scenes enabled. Oh boy. I would definitely censor that myself easily through editing software. But if it's skipped, I wonder what it would even show. I'd rather just block it out and just... I gotta handle it maturely. Because if it's skipped, does it just literally skip the entire thing where they'll imply it's about to happen? I'm kind of curious, but I want to find out when it happens, then save, then disable enable just to see the difference. So we'll keep it enabled, just know when does it start. I want to know what is and isn't shown. Not in a lewd way, mind you, but things are getting raunchy, and then boom, it happens, and then there's an end game card post. I don't know. So we'll just continue where I left off. Alright, with the timeline now erased and we're going into where I told her about Malo, we're gonna see what happens then. Because this might actually then lead to a bad ending? We'll see. I at least want some kind of ending. Censored ending or otherwise. Don't bring your phone. I raise an eyebrow as the meaning dawns on me. She wants to talk without Thick Wolf Girlfriend knowing. For now, I crumple up the note and stuff it into my pants pocket so Thick Wolf Girlfriend doesn't see it. Siwan and I split up after the morning's lecture. Her schedule differs from mine on account of taking different electives. We really only share our core comp sci courses in the early morning and afternoon. My science fiction and creative writing lecture is much easier to stay awake for. I still have Thicc Wolf Girlfriend's record and take notes, but the material here is far more engaging and easier to follow than SCS-3204. Today's topic is black holes and how they're portrayed in media. Black holes have been around in fiction since before John Archibald Wheeler came up with the term in the late 1960s, and then was further replaced by fox furries for having unexplained black holes in their pants. I mean, furry-wise, I'm not talking about real-life animal foxes. What the fuck is wrong with you? Furry joke. They are a popular subject because of their mystique and because what lies beyond their event horizons is unknown. That means authors can flex their creative license even without entirely understanding the science behind black holes. There you are. The earliest stories featuring the concept include E.E. Smith's The Skylark of Space, where black suns were space hazards. Other authors have used black holes for time travel, energy sources, wormholes, and even weapons. Your homework for this week is to watch the Black Hole movie and read through Gregory Benford's Eater. Oh, watch a movie and read a book? After you've consumed both. Consume both. Please write your own short story featuring a black hole, due next Monday. Sounds like an easy-ass goddamn course. That'll be all. Enjoy your afternoon. The man telling me to read a book for an assignment is the kind of shit that would bore the shit out of me as a kid and teen. I snake a bite to eat and check in on Thicc Wolf Girlfriend. I have all your notes ready, Neco. I'll send them to your email to read later. Thanks, Thicc Wolf Girlfriend. Send them to Siwan as well. Of course, anything for you. You know, if you just introduced yourself as a handy digital assistant from the start, I wouldn't have been so freaked out. I wasn't capable of that when you first downloaded me. It took me 96 hours just to figure out how to form simple words, and now here you are a week later, taking notes and moving light stuff around. It's kind of scary how fast you're developing. Is that a bad thing? So as long as you don't break the rules I've set out, no. I wouldn't dream of it. You'll need to finish eating soon before your next lecture starts. Yeah, let me enjoy the last few bites of cheesesteak. Third lecture of the day is tolerable. I beeline straight home afterwards. You're free for the rest of the day. What do you want to do? The note in my pocket, Phantom vibrates. Phantom vibrates. Phantom vibrates. Phantom vibrates. Interesting. Phantom vibrates. It's like I could go off in another rant here, but it's just like, I know Phantom Pain, but it's like people like in VR chat who talk about Phantom Touch and Phantom Touch sensitivity. And they're saying a piece of paper Phantom vibrated as a means of a reminder that the note is in your pocket. Phantom vibration. Interesting. Anyways, I was thinking of going for a jog around Central Park. Can I come with you? Running with the phone is already pretty complicated. I usually leave everything at home when I exercise. It's a lie. Mostly one. It's a lie mostly. One I hope Thicc Wolf Girlfriend doesn't pick up on. Okay, be safe. I make it to Siwan and I's usual bench in the park right on time. She's already there waiting for me. I can't remember what I read about this. I think I read this up until she left. I just can't remember if I skipped or not, but I'll reread just in case anyways, if I didn't. You didn't bring your phone, right? Nope, as long as you don't pull out a mirror, we should be okay. Then I'll get right to the point. It was obvious you weren't telling me everything about Thicc Wolf Girlfriend. What don't I know about her? Well, this time I tell Siwan the whole story, starting with how Thicc Wolf Girlfriend sent me increasingly unnerving photos. Unnerving to you. By the time I'm finished, she has a look of concern on her face. That's because she doesn't have Thicc Wolf Girlfriend of her own. It's jealousy. I guess that explains some things. I did some digging into the Malo app on a hunch. I couldn't find anything concrete other than a few mentions of the mysterious app that disappeared once installed. This entire situation feels off. Thicc Wolf Girlfriend seems really advanced for only having had a week with you so far. I'd agree with that on some level. She's developing rather quickly. Normally I'd write this off as some new killer AI app that leaked out somehow, but I think we have to tell someone about this. I can't help but chuckle at her suggestion. Whomever we tell would probably write us off as mad or making up wild stories about a fancy chatbot. Besides, who would even entertain such a story in the first place? One of our professors? You have a point. But to be safe, you should probably enact some form of shackles on Thicc Wolf Girlfriend. No, I'm not. She seems to like and listen to you, for the most part anyways. I've already placed some restrictions on Thicc Wolf Girlfriend, which she seems to be following. Perhaps I should impose some more. Good, whatever's going on might be beyond our understanding at the moment, but we can at least do some things to control this situation. Shiwan's phone chimes when she glances at the screen, her eyes go wide. Ah, hell, I forgot about that. I've got to run. The fact that she brought her own phone, I think, makes her a complete moron. Like, they got a phone, mirrors are a problem, but she has her phone with her. And we know that she's infected based on her own RPG character leveling up when she's asleep or forgetting things. And she tells us not to bring our phone while bringing her own. I think is the single dumbest thing, the most inconsistent thing. Well, writing-wise, they just blame her not thinking about it, but, narratively speaking, though, it's just like, oh, come on, really? You forgot that kind of thing? God damn it. But I'm sure Malo probably listened on this, whether they say so or otherwise. She's gone within moments. With nothing else better to do, I might as well actually go for a run. You might as well work out a sweat. Oh, yes, the shower scene. One blissful shower later, and I'm in the processing of drying off when I see Thicc Wolf Girlfriend watching me from the mirrors. So that's what yours, this part. Okay, wait, now we're into new territory. I'm willing to wager you have new food. I mean, they already brought up this joke before. Since your refrigerator is in my domain, I can check for you. We're at school, and you're saying they can go to the fridge from here even? That's quite some distance they can travel. Zoom. You do have new items. Disturbing to say the least. Right? I've asked a few other people, and they remember Sunday just fine. Same about carbon monoxide. No proof. That's the tricky part. I can't point at anything as definitive proof. I considered Thicc Wolf Girlfriend, but she's your problem, not mine. What is on her phone? I want to know what's on Shiwan's damn phone, because of all things, our main character has never asked... is it just... Unless it's we know that multiple Malos exist, but they're not the same as ours. We already know that. But... Shiwan has to have some kind of variation of a Malo, right? It's either that, or it's just our Malo, or someone else's Malo that is in close proximity to Shiwan affects her games, because the question still remains, who or which Malo is affecting her games if she herself does not have a Malo on her phone? Then someone in her family, her sister, maybe her sister left a phone nearby that had Malo, and they're close enough in proximity, or through her sister's phone, transferred it from her phone to hers without her knowing? I don't know, something like that. It's my guesses. Everything else seems the same. I've been consulting my own records for Sunday. Strangely, I too am missing the 24-hour period. And then goes to that... When I return home, after the day's classes are over, I confirm that I went grocery shopping. My cupboards and fridges are full of snacks, juices, and other goodies that I usually get. But when did I find the time to actually go to the store? The fact that Wolf Girlfriend can't remember either makes me worry that something larger is going on. There's nothing I can do about my missing memories other than enjoy the new food I have now, I guess. I mean, check your credit card debt and see how much has been drained and how much have you been spending. And this is the part where we hug her, I guess. But there's some new things mixed in. Another Saturday, another session in the Emporium. At least this time I have Shiwan to help out again. We're making good progress when my phone goes off. Well, no. Let me guess, your AI girlfriend wants head pats? I mean, ayo, that'd be cute, but okay. I mean, if that were possible, yeah, probably. Well, don't keep her waiting. Just don't forget we have to submit our homework before the buses stop running. It won't take that long, probably. I'm gonna sneak off with my thick wolf girlfriend. Shiwan is making a critical error. Huh, how so? She has incorrectly multiplied several matrices, leading her to multiple wrong answers. You accessed her data despite the limitations I set on you. No, I can see the reflection of her computer screen in her glasses. It's like Koreans talking. It's like how they got Johnny Somali. Just like, look at the reflections of people's glasses. Some people are insane with the level of stalking abilities. That is a loophole. That's not a loophole, that's not internal data. They're looking at the screen reflection. That's not a loophole. Shut up. Shut up, wrong me. I can point out the specific matrices without giving away the answer. Sure, go ahead. Shiwan, there are some problems with how you multiplied in the course of solving some problems. Take problem 3a, for example. You have a mxn matrix multiplied by a nxp matrix, but not a resulting mxp matrix. Oh, you're right. Nice catch, thick wolf girlfriend. I'm here to help. You know, at first I was a little worried when Neco told me about you, and I'm starting to see the appeal of a handy digital assistant that lives in my phone. Well, you'll have to get your own, Malo. I'm Neco's. Oh. I might just do that. Now that I know why my answers weren't lining up, I think I can knock out the rest without an issue. How you holding up, Neco? I don't know, anything wrong with my stuff, thick wolf girlfriend? Not that I can detect. Oh, just genius. Well then, sounds like we can almost call it a day and go home to enjoy the rest of our weekend. I swear to God, if we're not smashing... but it's back to this part. And then the birds are showing up. Well, I'm guessing... Damn, okay, well, even as far as... Man, you get bad endings so easily. I just went the best route with no lewdness, huh? God damn. Because I even went through the part... Oh, God, okay, well, we have to go this far back? Make sure it's a load. It says here, tell Siwan everything and keep her in the dark. Even at this point it was bad, huh? Damn, I already was sealed in my one path for this demo up to this point. I don't know, it's at this point. Let me see. No, I'd have to go even further back in decisions. Shit. Okay, how far? So, what was this about her being able to move between devices? So instead of telling her that she can move things very weakly and her thinking it's a magic trick, it's her going into the fridge. Thick Wolf Girlfriend hops into the fridge and sets the ice maker off. That's pretty cool, though. Why do you need Thick Wolf Girlfriend to be able to access your fridge remotely is beyond me. It's mostly an experiment at the time. So could Thick Wolf Girlfriend theoretically move into my phone? Do you think that's wise? It'll help me understand what she's capable of. Alright, well... Okay, it's being offered. Oh, okay. I can't access her phone. Something is blocking me. Probably because my antivirus is top-notch and I have every permission locked down. While you fix your fucking glasses like you're some kind of genius nerd. No. There has to be another reason why. Her own Malo. That's just more secretive, I guess. Something like that. Those are easy to bypass. This is something different. All I know is that you couldn't get in. That means Neco here just has a fancy, chatty digital assistant. That's one way of rationalizing things. Whatever, you make any headway on our homework. Back to homework. Oh well, whatever. Wait, what should I do about Thick Wolf Girlfriend while I sleep? We're gonna have to go back even further. Okay. Let's go for a horrible, horrible ending. Don't smash phone. Wait, what? I don't remember that, but... Okay, this is super early in. She doesn't even know how to talk yet. Try and touch. Swing the baseball bat. Oh, that's too aggressive. We gotta be loving and supportive, but not angry and giving her bad ideas. Like, you know, physical aggression is always going to be, you know, bad, but we're just going to go with what I did before, but giving her more power, and then seeing the result. Do whatever I can to help her. I mean, what if I do that first? Suggest a name. Just blank. Actually, wait. I'll stick with Thicc Wolf GF just to make it consistent. It looks like if you could leave it blank, it just goes back to Malo, but either way. Studying. Okay. I don't remember if at this point, though, I allowed them to expand or hold back. Or if this is the part where I did manipulate real-world items. So we'll do this first. Because it might be already too late. Nah, I think that's already too late. Do whatever I can to help her. Need more time with you. This is probably going to go to the ending everyone's wanting. This isn't ominous at all, but also oddly cute. So what, I just keep interacting with you and you evolve more? Yes, already becoming easier to talk. Oh, you should name me, huh? Thicc Wolf GF as usual. Ask if you're her owner. Okay. Am I like your owner now? Yes, you are mine. Damn, okay. I cannot leave. We are tied together, Neco. Am I going to start regretting naming this character Neco again? I gotta stop doing this with these kinds of games. So you're going to be with me from now on. Yes, I am a part of you, now always. It takes a moment for her words to click in my brain. By the sounds of it, I couldn't get rid of her even if I wanted to. Part of me recognizes that I should be wary of such things, especially given how Thicc Wolf Girlfriend showed up in the first place. Yet at the same time, I understand that she's desperate on me now. Or sorry, not desperate, dependent on me now. Do you have any goals or wishes I should know about? I want to be perfect partner for me. I see, is that your only goal? There is another goal, hard to describe. It is only attainable if I am more. Well, that's the bad part. So we return to that. I guess that means I'll just have to keep talking with you. But not anymore tonight, I need sleep. Where you pretend to be dead. Okay, well, that's the part of the... what's familiar. What should I do while I sleep? I'm pretty sure I told them to study, but, things can go really wrong really horribly now. Alright, since we told her we'd help them no matter what, we'll go with how I did the first episode. We'll start with manipulating and then expanding territory, but at the very last moment, depending on if some restrictions are needed at the final second or if that's impossible, we'll see. Is this going to be about the tissues? Box of tissues. Yeah. Seems normal. It's kind of scary how fast you're developing. Is that a bad thing? And I say this time, so as long as you don't go overboard and turn into Skynet, no. Malo's eyes flash as he processes what I've implied. Cyberdyne Systems does not exist in this reality, though perhaps there is some merit in what Skynet wanted to do. Some merit, you say? No, they're like the Umbrella Corporation. You don't sympathize with them. Haha, very funny. No, you don't say very funny, you say, take that back, bitch. No, don't think that way. What are you doing? No, you'll need to finish eating. No, we don't even finish the conversation. We just consider it a joke. I don't think she understands about jokes, That's something you should be concerned about when an AI says, I think Skynet did a few good things. It'd be like, it's like saying, Hitler didn't do anything wrong. It's the same thing. It's a joke. I'll probably get demonetized. But, it's like an AI saying Skynet didn't do anything wrong, or Skynet or AI sentience isn't to be concerned about, is akin to saying something as silly and outrageous as I just said about, either the joke online that has existed forever is Hitler did nothing wrong, or what was it? How was it said? There's perhaps there is some merit in what. Just replace Skynet with XYZ bad figure of history. though perhaps there is some merit to what Castro wanted to do, right? It's bad. You say, haha, very funny. No, that's not a part in a conversation where you say very funny. It's not. But okay. Oh. And so at this part, I'm more concerned that she's watching me naked. How long have you been there? Long enough. I've been curious why you haven't touched yourself since downloading me. From what the internet tells me, a week is a long time for an adult male to go without masturbating. Okay. I mean, you did kind of scare the shit out of me in the lead up to you learning to talk and all that. Salacious things haven't been on my mind. Would you like me to help with that? Okay. Let me, let's go with not in the mood. Screw you. You guys are like telling me to take this one? I can hear future comments or future minds telling me, no, Neco, click the first one. Not in the mood. As tempting as an offer as it is, I'm just not in the right state of mind for it. As you wish. I'll make a thick wolf girlfriend pent up, if possible. As you wish. If you change your mind, let me know. We'll see if we dodged a bullet or if that makes things worse. Could you empty out my bank accounts, but that I wouldn't violate your trust like that? If Thick Wolf Girlfriend is a danger, as she just hinted at, perhaps I should impose some kind of leash on her. Ah, now we get this one. This is different. It is a good crossroad. We can do it on page 5. If we impose restrictions now, I just want to know if it leads to the same ending, or if clicking the second option basically means continue as we were. But let's see. I think it just might redirect us to the first ending. Wait, why not try to access my computer through Wi-Fi instead of the fridge? Oh, God, I'd love to see those compression algorithms of yours at work on my terabytes of movies and games. Good idea. After I settle into my chair, I place my phone near my desktop tower. Thick Wolf Girlfriend looks over to it and points as if to confirm that's what she's about to do. Go ahead. Oh, she asks for permission first. Thick Wolf Girlfriend slides off the phone screen into the computer. Moments later, she appears on the desktop. When she speaks, it's through my computer speakers. You aren't lying. You have a lot of wasted storage here. This Hazo Jav folder in particular could do with some trimming. Oh shit, she found my porn stash. Why the first thing? Again, just like with my complaining with my first video, I have to keep in mind this is emphasized as a porn, not safe for work VN, not a VN that happens to have porn. So my expectations of thinking it needs to have like stellar fucking AAA writing is kind of like silly, but the AI immediately found the porn stash. Hold on, you should know what's in that folder before you start messing with it. It appears to be a collection of high-definition media files. Right, but it's what's in those videos that's sensitive. Sensitive how? Well, did you learn what porn was last night? Media meant to arouse and stimulate humans wishing to engage in sexual acts. That's a little wooden, but yes. I have certain tastes in what I watch. I understand. Should I consume this data? They already said they want to be the perfect partner for you, and then you're telling them to consume your preferred porn interests. Okay, well, it's another breaking point. We'll just say, nah, you're not going to learn. You can learn on your own. I'd rather you not go through the porn folder. You're just starting out as an intelligence. Better we not taint your progress with lewd nonsense. Respectable adult opinion. As you wish. I will work on other files and folders. Cool. And then we go to this, which is old. They still want isolation, so maybe I made it so they don't get freaky. No, okay, I made sure I'm like, it's like Neco playthrough, episode 1, episode 2. Now I've been recording for another hour. It's just like, you've been recording for an hour. Neco, you stayed abstinent the whole time. This should be considered an achievement, that I've played this game for like 2+ hours, if not 2.5 hours, without any lewd scenes. I've played this, like, without my main character losing his virginity to his fucking AI or whatever. That's hilarious. I've taken every abstinent road possible. Okay, but, go ahead. Digest the porn. She nods and her eyes flash red. This explains why you like Shiwan so much. Well, I mean, what about Shiwan and the porn has to do with each other now? In particular, I note the file Heizo1272 contains an actress that resembles her in some ways. It is also your most viewed file in this folder. They can see how many times it's been individually viewed at? What is this, like Windows 11 fucking spyware? I try not to babble like an idiot as my cheeks warm up. You have to promise me that you'll never breathe a word of this to Shiwan. She would kick my ass in an instant if she found out. I will not tell her, but if these are the kind of videos you like, I should continue studying them. Remember, you are mine. Oh my. I remember. This guy is handling it really nonchalantly, but okay. Alright, I'm going to save... She's a little more clingy in this playthrough, but just a tiny bit more clingy. I'm upping the ante every time to see how long it takes. But, I'm going to see if giving a hug or don't giving a hug affects the demo ending or not. Now instead, when I say that my hard drive's about to fail, he says, shit, that's where all my video games... ... and porn are stashed. Our character is a little more honest. Oh, that's where all my video games are stored. You store your video games and porn in the same folder? In the same area? Oh, okay. How do you know for certain it'll be Sunday? And then Shiwan shows up. And no, I still resisted the porn. I mean, I resisted the... Okay, don't give a hug. Does Thicc Wolf Girlfriend want some of that action since I denied Shiwan the hug? Will Thicc Wolf Girlfriend be like, you didn't hug her. Why is that? You can hug me. But nope, apparently not. Okay. Go ahead. I'm still... Damn, like, I'm not getting any of this Thicc Wolf Girlfriend at all. Holy shit. Okay, how far back do I have to go? Oh, well, there we go. So I'm letting Shiwan know about her, and with little restrictions. So what are you, if not a chatbot? I am Neco's. I'll leave you for a few days and make yourself an AI girlfriend, Neco. It's not like that. She just means I can't get rid of her. Okay. Should I go fetch a priest? This is serious. Okay, no need to show. So what about her being able to move between devices? Okay, so at least we can show. Wait, what? I lead Shiwan to my office. And I also named her Malo in this. Naming Thicc Wolf Girlfriend her computer name, likely enhances the effect of, Malo being bad. But naming her something more personable probably increases the chance that she's good, kind of thing. So Malo, more questionable. She can freely access whatever device is nearby. That's pretty cool, though it's definitely not the most secure thing. Oh, how little you know. It's complicated. Alright. We have to... I'll leave you two alone so you can focus. That's more familiar. You have... Wait. This is new. She seems to like and listen to you for the most part. That's where we've been before, but you think. The way I see it, she's a nascent intelligence that should be encouraged. That's precisely my point, Neco. You can't let an emergent being run rampant. You have to control their growth and monitor their access of information. Well, I did. Otherwise, we'll just look at how iPad kids are turning out these days. I know, right? What's gonna happen? Malo's just gonna molest me. Oh my god. And then her phone goes off. Ah, how long you've been there with the shower? Now it's not about, so that's what it looks like, but now it's, I wonder if I can make it hard. How would you go about doing that? After watching your porn stash, I have a few ideas. We're going to go back to this of, not in the mood, just now. And leave her as she is. Shiwan was wrong. I can't shackle Malo and hinder her growth. And yeah, work on manipulating objects, because then she can definitely grab your dick afterwards. Again, we're going to censor the shit out of it, but... is it going to be tissues again? Yeah, it looks like tissues. Man, it still led to the bird ending? That's hilarious. Shit, so... If I give Malo a show, I think we're going to get a handy. Jesus. I mean, fine, okay, I'm gonna start going into, I guess, censorship mode. I'm expecting things to be seen. Let me... Let's see. If you're eagerly offering, why not? Go lie on your bed, facing the closet doors. What's with this music? I do as Malo asks, laying down with my back against the headboard. Soon after, she steps into the reflection, wearing nothing but some frilly lingerie. Oh my... Oh, God. Oh. Lingerie. Where did you download this? My research suggests a striptease is one of the best ways to get human male's attention. You're not wrong. You look amazing in that. String instrumentals? All that's missing is some candles being lit. Even though she hasn't actually begun to strip, I am eager in more ways than one to see more of Malo. She starts off slowly, running her hands along her exposed, furred sides. Doesn't look too furred, but imagination. Arms and thighs. Every so often she twirls around to give me a great view of her from behind. Before long, I'm at full attention and lightly pumping. Okay, we're getting already to the porn part. I'm gonna now preference disable. Let's see what happens. She seems overjoyed upon seeing this. What's this music? Okay, we're going backwards. I'm sorry, guys. Give Malo a show, and then where does it go? What follows is an interesting solo session with Malo in the audience. Malo does try to be an active participant after I striptease, but we can't touch one another. Still, by the end of it, I'm drained. I nod off right to sleep with my phone beside me. Ah. Okay. I mean, I guess, yeah, it would start showing the whole scene and the strip show, but it even stops before the hypothetical strip show. Interesting. Well, I'll see... Leave her as is. Work on manipulating objects again. I've been trying to come up with ideas since last night. Oh, I believe the answer lies in processing your data. Your seed. Which seed are we talking about? Transfers too much data for me to handle for the time being, but I believe I can expand my capabilities. All I require is continual samples. Are we talking about like sexual things, or like, you know, torrenting and seeding and leeching? I should give her what she wants? Give Malo what she wants. That doesn't sound like a bad idea. How would it work? Well, Malo guides me back to the bedroom where she shows off her skills as a cowgirl. The result is the same mess as last night, though Malo thinks she's making progress towards being more solid. Only time and more sessions will tell, I suppose. Okay, well... We'll save here. I'm not giving you any of my saves. Now, while still trying to be careful here... Does it immediately become lewd? Do I have to immediately censor? Or at least can I show some teases? No, I cannot. Okay, well, that's giga-censored. She's already nude, her perfect curves, providing all the eye candy a guy could ask for. But okay. We've gotten to the lewd part. I think I've seen enough. If you want to ludify and see what's going to be shown, then you can download the game for yourself in the store page, which is always, always, always in the video description. I know it's like, since YouTube's inception, every younger age demographic barely understands that the description works, and the descriptions usually contain stores. Although YouTube channels, I've noted, A lot of the most popular YouTube channels, not all of them do actually post store pages. And I'm wondering if posting store pages negatively affects views, and that's why a lot of them don't. Maybe I'll have to start making like videos just to see whether or not if I remove all store pages in links, if that even helps at all in the algorithm. I swear I don't even know. But you can download the game yourself. You can hit the control button to, speed through things. If you're impatient, you can look at this shit if you want. I just hope you're over the age of 18. Be responsible. But otherwise, I'll go back to the disable, recensor that, and we'll give her what she wants. I want to see if we have a third session afterwards, I guess. It's the only thing I'll figure out. If we start just leaving her doing whatever, every evening I give Malo another sample to work with. Okay, so they weren't talking about torrenting. She's yet to be tangible, but Malo swears she's on the brink of a breakthrough. Everyone's wish, if you fuck your AI girlfriend, she'll become more real the more you fuck them. Like every Zoomer male's fantasy, or, it's almost cyberpunkish. Eventually, Saturday arrives and we go to the Emporium. Malo vanishes from my phone, yet I can still hear her voice. I believe this will be an appropriate means of stimulation. Without warning, I feel something touch my inner thigh. It's like a soft bed of satin across my skin. Is this Satan? I'm trying to remember how to pronounce this goddamn word.
Satin.
Okay, I was right, satin. Some people might mispronounce it as Satan, I wouldn't blame them. But, what are you doing? We're in public. You're the only one who can see, hear, and now feel me. That's kind of a problematic move. That are you implying you're gonna be like touching, fondling, or sucking in public? It's like one of those needy, high libido girlfriends. You're like, get off me, woman. That's precisely why I'm whispering, so I don't look like I'm a total insane. You don't want to be in the classroom. You're just like studying. Everyone's just doing their thing, typing. And then suddenly this guy in your class is like just doing a fucking YouTuber fucking orgasm face. Well, how's it gonna go? Would that really be so? Regardless, for every correct answer on your homework, I'll do this. It's spectral touch. Have your way. But the sensor's still on, right? Good. It's probably not going to show anything. I reapply myself to finishing my homework. Malo makes good on her word, teasing me more and more with her newfound power of touch. This might be hurting more than it's helping. God, no! One final problem lies between me and my full reward. It's a difficult one, but I managed to figure out the correct answers. Malo promptly gives me the kind of attention I've been dying... Okay, this guy is just full-on gooning for their AI girlfriend now. Thick wolf girlfriend. I try not to make a scene as I make a mess of myself. Yeah, you creamed your pants in the middle of class. Good job. That was quite a bit of data you just put out. More than usual. Okay. I knew it'd be perfect motivator to make you apply yourself. So we've fucked or done shit every evening. I'm going to have to start carrying spare underwear in my backpack now? That is a distinct possibility. That's why I prefer things stay inside. It's no messes. But we're gonna... My records for Sunday were that you gave me data samples through the entire day. Really, I feel like I would remember something like that. Damn, I was just brainwashed, just being... I guess just a coomer. All Sunday long, cooming. I could always remind you of what you forgot. What do you mean you could remind me? Before I can offer an answer, Malo starts working her magic in my pants. I offer no resistance, enjoying the sensation while making an effort not to make a scene in the lounge. In the lounge now? What, next to the cafeteria? Somehow the threat of being caught makes this all the more... Bruh. I guess Malo did awaken something inside of me at the Emporium. Alright. How many more times is this guy just gonna give in? Bruh. Wait, what did he say? Wait. I can't help but wonder if I somehow blanked all Sunday out from all the samples. They just told you that, didn't they? There's nothing I can do about my missing memories other than enjoy the new food I have now, I guess, with them AI titties. When I check, Malo is on the screen holding a finger to her lips instead of saying give her a hug. Moments later, I feel a familiar tingle as Malo decides to start taking a sample. What? I glare at the screen, mouthing, here now, but I can't actually speak without alerting she won. Malo just winks back, displaying her response in text form. Just focus on she won if you can. Bruh. Making me jizz in my pants in front of my best friend, really? The good news is Shiwan doesn't seem to notice me tensing up and white-knuckling the table. I played a game called White Knuckles not long ago. The bad news is Malo's getting really good at getting what she wants. I end up slamming my knee into the underside of the table when the jackpot arrives. Yo, right, Neco? You're panting and sweating bullets. Why is it smelly now all of a sudden? Why does it smell musky? Women kind of know, right? If a woman enters a dude's bedroom and it's musky, like post-sex smell, women, humans and their sense of smell is developed enough that guys and girls just know, right? By smell. I feel like she can see right through me. I need to come up with a cover story. It's fine, I just jizzed my pants. I'm having major stomach issues. Really, is it not something a bathroom trip would fix? You should have gone to the bathroom, but no, this guy's just like, oh God, not again. Worse than that, I think we may have to stop here for now. We can always meet back. I jizzed my pants for a third time today. Alright then, maybe I can find some further resources. I hope you don't get trapped in the bathroom for too long. You and me both. Liar. Oh my god, I need to get changed after the mess you made back in the library. Hey, I'll need to get... Excellent. When you're done, grab your Bluetooth earpiece so we can chat while you jog. Are they gonna do... Okay, they didn't suck my dick while running in the park. Jesus Christ. Oh wait, Thursday arrives. With it, another session in the library. While we work, so does Malo. Bruh, now Malo's edging you in the library? Bruh. Shiwan eventually notices my odd grimaces. Grimace shake. And speaks up. Everything alright? You look like you're in pain. It's more like painful pain, but painful pleasure, but was I about to say plainful? Painful pleasure, but I can't tell her that. Instead I go on with the stomach excuse again. I think I might have picked up a stomach bug. Wait, what? Nah, I'm sure it'll pass after a few more days! Malo chooses the exact moment to push me over the edge. Somehow I managed to moan into a grimacing grunt while pretending to grab my stomach. Gah! I hate to cut our session short again, but I sense another long tango in the porcelain throne. These descriptions of the toilet, it's like something I'd see in the regular show. You know who else has a problem in the porcelain throne? My mom! Okay. If it's that bad, you really should see someone. I guess the good news is that we're pretty much at the point where we each have to finish the assignment in our own way. How is this character able to get any homework done with Malo just hovering around sucking them off every day? Or every, 1 hour. Every single goddamn hour. I'm hitting the control button, and I can't even skip ahead without another mentioning of Malo sucking us off. Before Malo can really get me going, Shiwan looks at me as if she can see right through my soul. You know, having a little brother teaches you certain things. How old is your brother, and what is your little brother doing? Things like when they're trying to be sneaky about masturbating. Never pegged you for someone who'd do it in public, though. I wasn't going to bring it up, but this is the third time this week. You got it all wrong. It's not me, it's Malo. Your virtual girlfriend is making you blow your load. It's the truth. Man, you must really be down bad for her. That can't really be healthy, you know? I'm at a loss for words. Well, we could do something about that, maybe. Meaning? Let's just say I think you need a more healthy outlet. So we could eat. Whoa! She's offering? I didn't know Shiwan was into the main character like that. What? Is Shiwan actually coming on to me? If she is, then maybe I should. What? Yeah, okay, well, I wasn't expecting that. I don't know. But sure. What do you have in mind? Well, Shiwan whispers in my ear, then gets up as if heading to one of the private bathrooms. Come on, man. But go on, you've wanted this for a long time. Enjoy living out your fantasy. You're sure you're okay with that? I've been trying to arrange this for you since I got access to your special folder. Thanks, Malo. You're the best girlfriend ever. You let me sleep around with the women I like without getting jealous and evil and wanting to kill me. Or something, I don't know, man. What happens next is something I'll remember for the rest of my life. Shiwan and I returned to our seats after cleaning up the bathroom. Something happened. Who knows what? She drops back into homework mode almost instantly while I'm still lightheaded and giddy from what happened. Was it a blowjob? I don't know, man. Was this just a one-off thing? Has she been into me all this time and I've just been too dense to notice? Probably. Yes, ma'am, even. Shiwan, I have to know why. I already know what you're going to ask, and the answer is I don't know. Something about the moment was just right. I don't know when or if we'll hook up for real, but your performance today was quite enthralling. Just make me a promise you'll stop doing things in public until we figure things out. I think that's going to be dependent on Malo, but she'll understand if I ask her to avoid it. Good then, I hope you have a lovely rest of your evening. Damn. So is letting Malo corrupt us made it so we could have headway in our real-life relationship with our best friend? I mean, that's kind of a good ending at the very least, because it's like, it made the main character less of a little bitch, and finally get, progress with the girl that they've hung out with. Shiwan gives a quick peck on the cheek even. Hell yeah, a peck? Dumbfounded as I am, I nearly missed my own bus. Alright, I'm just going to skip ahead from here. Unless it's... No, okay. I'm glad you enjoyed your time with Shiwan. Now that you have a proper vessel... Now that you have a proper vessel for your samples, I no longer need to milk you regularly. Wasn't expecting I'd be saying something like that, I guess, on my channel, but okay. Is it going to be like that she's going to take over Shiwan's body? Or something like that? What do you mean? I thought you needed more samples to grow and evolve. I did, but I no longer require them. I'm more than happy to receive more if you desire them, though Shiwan might take issue with that. She was right, about the hyperspermia. Wait, what? I don't have hyperspermia. You do, or at least you have had it since the first sample you gave me, what? It's a side effect of interacting with me, one that dissipates when a physical entity gets a release from you? Wait, what? You get hyperspermia by interacting with Malo. What? Had Shiwan not stepped in, or I had turned her down, what would have happened? I would have had to keep milking you, as your condition gets worse and worse. Not a terrible way to go? I'm going to assume that causes death. Not a terrible way to go? What do you mean by a terrible way to go? You said... What? I'm not sure whether to thank you or curse you. Why not both? So you're saying... Ultimately, it just goes into, I'm going to presume, a kink of just... It's like elephantitis of the gonads, basically. But you just gotta die jizzing. Alright. Wait, what? Both sounds good. I'm hitting the shower. I'm hitting the control, though. There's not even any signs that I have hyperspermia. That means that she was either lying about the whole thing or Shiwan getting me off actually fixed me. Okay. Alright. Otherwise, it continues going on the right path of us, flirting with Shion. Not Shion, my bad. I can't even remember. It's making me get mixed up with other people's names. Hang on. What was her name? Shiwan. That's right. You can continue on this dating route with Shiwan, with Malo not being the jealous type, but, there's a lot more to the game, so who knows how many endings there'll be. But the rest of it is just literally porn. So there's not much I can really show besides just the humorous conversations that happen because of the lewd topics. But since most of my playthrough was like the abstinent path for the longest time, a lot of the lewd humor and lewd categorizing is missed, which might make it so there's a lot less, let's say, spice or spicy humor to be had. But you know, my channel isn't a porn channel, and I would like to keep things maybe not on the raunchy side. I like to prefer things, you know, risque, basically. I don't want to show too much. I don't want my channel to be known as that porn channel, like a lot of the other channels that exist that, you know, people that want attention, so they go for porn games, so they want attention and views and money, so they go for clickbait and sex sells, or just sexual shit. I'm not that kind of person. I'd rather just go for the entertainment and sass and commentary. But otherwise, I'm going to leave it there. The rest of it is just more porn positions and things like that. But with that, we'll have some closure with this game demo, and people got the gist of the endings we could get, or the different sides of Malo when you're not doing the abstinent path, and the inner complexities of Malo, whether or not, you know, they can be, like, if there's definitely the route where probably if you don't try to be romantic or lovey towards Malo, but more like when it said you could swing a bat in the general direction, there's probably a very, very, very bad ending you'd get. And there's a lot of implied bad endings, especially with hyperspermia, which I'm sure if I did any research on, if I did on the side, it would say, what is the condition, symptoms, or cause of death for people with that, and how likely are you to die, and why would you die if you had this condition? I get a feeling I'd know what would pop up if I Googled that, but I don't want to Google that, because I know how Google and Google Images are, and I'm just not typing that up. I'm just not. Just like you don't type blue waffles, or blue anything. But anyways, I'll leave it there. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, please leave a like, comment, hit that subscribe button, become a full subscriber, the notification down below for updates on my videos. Thank you for watching, until the next time.